Hello everyone, today we're going to be playing some Minecraft. We're going to actually start a survival series solo. I've started one before, screw that one's dead, never going to come back. We're starting a new world, it's going to be called the Cool YouTubes because I needed a different freaking name. We're playing on hard, survival, we're going to allow cheats just in case we need something, or we decide to change the rules of something. We're going to generate structures, no bonus chests, default world type. Hopefully we get a good world. If we don't get a good world, I may have to restart because I want to be able to actually have a YouTube series that I can actually enjoy. I started the one with Noah, and we actually completed season 1, believe it or not. But, Noah just never seems actually into it, so it just doesn't, the multiplayer series don't really work. I can try and keep going with it, but I think this is the main one that I'm gonna do. Anyway, we're just gonna try and rush down our main materials here that we need. So the first thing you need is a crafting table, sticks, and then tools. The first tool that you need is a pickaxe. Probably shouldn't make a stone axe because a wooden axe because it's just a waste, barely speeds you up, and yeah, so you're just gonna try and get stone here, and then you're gonna proceed to make a stone pickaxe. And then you have iron right here. Oh my god. Where's coal though? I can't see because my window is open. I might have to actually close that. Hang on a second. Alright, I have closed the blinds to my window so that hopefully I can see in here. Yes, much better. So there's another patch of iron, but we need coal. Aha, there's some coal. This is very dangerous to be just running in here like so, but we're gonna gather 4 pieces and then we're just gonna get out of here. Now this is a completely random seed, by the way. I was pretty confident in the way that I said that we're gonna get iron and all that, but this is a random seed. I almost didn't see this cave at all, so hopefully you believe me. If you don't, screw you, I guess. Now, we're gonna spend our first day probably in the cave. We're gonna spend our first night in the cave because I typically like to keep my sheep alive. The only way to do it day 1 is if you're really fast with shears, or if you kill them. That's the only way to get beds, which is what you use to sleep if you don't know. So we're going to get a furnace up here right away, and then we're going to try and get an iron pickaxe right away. Except for we might need more wood. No, we have just enough wood. We're going to try and get 8. We're going to try and get 8 iron. Because, oh, there's a creepster right there, right off the bat. We're gonna try and get 8 iron because for every one coal and I think also charcoal, you get 8 smelts of an item. So we're gonna clean up the hotbar. Hotbar is important to keep clean because if you don't, then you're possibly gonna die. You want to keep your tools up in the front so that you can access them quickly with your number bars, or if you just want to scroll, and then you want to keep other stuff out of the way, things that aren't as necessitative. I don't fucking know. I will swear, I am not afraid. Alright, so we got a village right over there, but it's a desert village, so I did a whole Minecraft series where I got super far into it, but I was building in the desert. Hated it, was not interested in the series, so therefore it wasn't very entertaining, and I never actually uploaded it. So, we are not going to build in the desert. It doesn't give me inspiration. Not many things do. But here we are. We have 3 iron, and then we also have the 1 extra, because we have important things that we need to make. So we're going to get the iron pickaxe. Unfortunately, I do need some more wood, so we're gonna make a cobblestone. We don't have enough sticks to make a cobblestone whatchamacallit axe. So we need to go get another piece of wood. Did we finish this tree? We did not. Try not to leave trees unfinished, like so. Now, we got more iron in here. That was literally our last piece right there. So, we have 5 pieces. We still need more than that. So we need to still make that axe. I hear something walking around, and I think it might be that creeper. It has to be if it's not making any noise. Usually, if you hear footsteps and if it's slow footsteps and it doesn't make sound, it's usually a creeper. If it makes sound and it's quick, then it's usually a player, but also you can probably rule out that it's a player if you're playing on a single player world. Unless you opened it to LAN, which then you should know if someone's online by pressing tab. I think the base thing is. I think mine's also tab, but it doesn't work for me because it's a single player world. So we gotta grab some of this, and then we also have to make a farm because we are not gonna have food. We are on hard difficulty, so we will get fricked. We need to start a farm right away, actually. I should have been working on this much sooner. But there are multiple ways to get food in the very beginning. Unfortunately, one of the main options that are like the best option is not accessible to me. The best option, well, that's not necessarily true. The best option is to spawn with a bunch of animals nearby and then cook them up on a campfire, probably. We don't have that option, really. So, then the next best option, I think, is to try and smite fish. Try and kill fish. We might have that accessible to us. Unfortunately, I don't know. Usually they spawn in rivers in these kinds of biomes, the plains and other kinds of biomes like that. Do we have a lava pit? We have a lava pit. Interesting. I don't know where I'm gonna actually live. We should loot this village here. Where's some... There we are. There's the water. So we're gonna make a farm in this little water thing. Bam. So, yeah, you have the option to do fish. Then your next option is to find a taiga biome or a snowless taiga biome. And then you can get sweet berries, but we don't have one of those nearby. So our option is to actually farm. Where the hell did my hole go, dude? Should have made that pillar bigger. Okay, it's right there. Especially that it's in a freaking crevice. Yeah, we're already running low on food, so we're gonna try and conserve. We may have to kill the chickens. So some stuff that we mainly need right now. We're gonna turn all these logs into planks. We need a shield. For some reason, all the professional players think that shields are stupid. I think that they are stupid. Okay, that's a little harsh, but still. It's kind of dumb that they don't use them. So we made more sticks, but I didn't really need to. We're gonna make an iron sword right off the bat here. We're just built different like that. Now, anything else that we particularly need? Not really, to be honest. We do need torches, but we're gonna try and stay on the surface for now. Shelter's gonna be important, especially that it's becoming nighttime right now. We, unfortunately, do not even have sheep, which I was considering killing because we don't have any food and we don't have wool. So we kind of need both, which sheep now provide both as of an update a long time ago. Now, I have to actually start sprinting here because I need to search a lot faster. But I am low hunger, so it's a little spooky. Alright, we got flowers. That's cool and all, but that's not gonna feed me. What? Oh, I got really confused on what that horse was. I see some cows. There's something white out there. There's a portal over there. That's really big. Ah, sheep. So I see 2 different colored sheep, which is honestly horrible. Alright, please drop 2. Nope. Please drop 2. Son of a... Okay. We need 1 more sheep. And we don't even have time. Usually they spawn in at least 3s, but... God dang if this game isn't trying to make it this difficult for me. Now, I rarely play in hard difficulty, if I'm going to be honest. So this is not good. I now do not have sprint. Oh, what am I doing? There's a village right there. I am some kind of special right now, and I can't sprint, so this is a trek and a half. They also have farms, but I don't know if their farms are grown yet. We're gonna need sugarcane, because sugarcane can be a bit of a booty hole to get sometimes. Forgot about this block with the complete smooth stone. Yo, what's up? I'm gonna save your life by stealing your bed, okay? No, I would suggest not. Okay. Alright, so here we are. Here I am. We might be able to find some food in these guys. Yes, look at all of this. Pro tip, if you like spam click, you can get all of the same item in your oh my god. If you have a bunch of items spread out like this, you can spam click. And then there you go. You have it all in your hand. Unfortunately, it also takes it from your inventory, not just the chest. All right. So we ate all the food that we got, but we also have more now. Sweet. We're gonna take everything. We might want to steal one of these beds to take with us. I'm actually gonna do that. Ooh, cactus green. That's gonna be helpful for later. So, unfortunately, I killed those sheep. I did not want to, but I was in a moment of panic where I wasn't thinking clearly. And, yeah, unfortunately, those sheep are dead now. And I didn't see any other sheep. So that was a bit of an issue. So that's a bit of an issue. Now, we're just searching through these villages. You never know which houses are gonna have loot. Some of them are guaranteed to have loot, some are not. But you never know where things are going to spawn. You can get some pretty valuable stuff in just even the most basic of houses. I think these buildings never have any loot. I think the towers never have loot. Unless it's an alchemist tower. Oh, I am wrong. Wow. Well, at least they're giving us a good food start here. Still hate the desert, though. I may steal villagers from here to create our own village. That's not a good place for a golem. Let's actually do these guys a favor and break this. Oh! I just caused havoc throughout the entire village. I made everything 10,000 times worse. There's a creeper. Holy frick. Get me out of here. Okay. We are, I think that we're gonna just go now, because I think we caused enough... What the hell was that? Oh, it's the farmer. I think we caused enough damage. So let's go check out what's up with this big-ass portal. This portal is freaking huge. We may have to build in this area just because we have a really cool setup. Because I think that, because we can build over there. And then we got a really big portal here that looks freaking swanky. It's almost completed, too. Okay, well, I didn't see that, but it's really big and it's really cool. Even minor lava. Got a lot of crying obsidian here as well. Okay, unbreaking hoe. Many glistening melons and golden carrots. Oh. I'm gonna leave that stuff there for now. So, we probably want... Oh, we have a farm back there. That's right. So, what I'm gonna try and do is I'm just gonna try and take a plot of land to... Is that a desert temple right there? It looks like it. So, we have a giant hill right here that's looking pretty swanky to build on. Unfortunately, I would like to not, but I think that we're gonna have to be honest. There's a giant mountain over there. But it's not an oak one. I'd like an oak one. You know what? Let's go with this one over here. We're gonna try and do some terraforming here because we need to clear out an area for the house. I don't know how I'm gonna build the house, to be honest. I think I'm just gonna build a little log cabin. and then we're gonna see from there. You know, one of the things that I hate about wood in this game is there's a subtle sound that they make where it's like creaking, and it always puts me off a little bit. It always makes me feel like something's like gonna creep up behind me, and because I don't even have floorboards in my actual house, but at least I don't have it in my room here where I'm recording. But it is pretty freaky sometimes. It also makes me feel like I'm fat in Minecraft, which doesn't make sense. So, if I'm gonna be completely honest, I have no vision for what my house is gonna be here. I think I want a balcony overlooking the village, but that's about all I know. I wanted to make a log cabin kind of thing, but I don't think that's gonna look very good. But we'll see what we can pull off here. So our inventory is pretty full. So we're gonna want to set up a build area. A build station, if you will. This... Oh my god. I think these sticks appeared and I thought I was like a zooming Enderman or something. So this is gonna be our build area. One of the most important parts is the chest. So we're going to put everything that doesn't apply to the build in the chest, which right now I'm just spam clicking things into the chest. We do need the wood, obviously. And then we put the hoe and stuff away. We need the food though. So we're only on like day 2, is it? We're still technically in day 1 based on the game logic, unless that day 1 is just something else, but I think that's overall days. And we're still in day 1 in game logic, so it's a little early to be building a fancy house, but this is how I like to play, is I like to get my house set up first, and I like to build it fancy. Now, I would like a piece of cobblestone, just to make a stone shovel real quick. Now, is it gonna make it difficult to find the stone? Absolutely. Like, for the love of God, just give me a single piece of stone that's exposed. Okay. Alright, here we are with our shovel. We need to terraform. We need to clear some space on this mountain to make room for our new home. It also is becoming nighttime, but we can sleep under the stars. It's not required to be in a building to sleep. Now, if there are monsters nearby, it will stop you from sleeping, which is going to be really bad. And even sometimes if you are in a building and there's no way for the things to get you, if the game thinks that if you have like exposed corners or something, like you're trying to make a round build, sometimes things can sit in the corners and then it'll mess up your whole sleep schedule in the game, and you're like, well, come on, sleepy bye times. Now you want to be careful about where you sleep. Luckily, it actually chose to not put me on the edge here. It chose to put me over here, which is actually a really interesting choice, because you have to make sure that the area around your bed is not obstructed so that you can't spawn there. Otherwise, because obviously sleeping sets your spawn point. I think a lot of people know that. If you don't, now you do. But if your bed is obscured or obstructed, I think I meant to say, which means it has things in the way of your spawning area, you will not be able to spawn. Now, you can have things around your bed, I think, if you have things tall enough, because you can spawn right here on top of your bed, but I'm not 100% for sure about that. If you have things tall enough, you might be able to create a fancy bed, but I am not for sure. Don't quote me on that one. Now, the thing is that I'm not very good at building small. I'm not, and then the problem with my building style is I like to build, you know, medium to large, and then I have nothing to fill that space. It's just big empty rooms. So I I'm going to try and avoid all of that. I'm going to try and build small. I'm going to try and fill up the space. But because what I'm going to do instead of actually building the structure and then filling it up. Also, I'm sorry for the frames sometimes. I just noticed that. I don't know why that is. Let me turn the render distance down even a little bit more. I have 32 gigabytes of RAM, but the VRAM isn't the greatest. That seems to work a little better. Every once in a while it gets caught up a little bit. Alright, sorry about that. But yeah, we're going to try and build the area around it. We're going to try and build the building around it first. We're going to try and build the inside first, the interior first, and then build around it. Is what I'm trying to say. So, on this edge here, I'm thinking around design. So we're going to be rounded right there. But over there is the village. So I think that I want to have a porch going out to the village. So we might need to get rid of this tree. I wanted to have a tree nearby, but unfortunately it's not looking like this one's gonna. I wanted one of these big luscious trees to be nearby, but we're gonna have to grow one by the looks of it. Now I'm not so sure how well that's gonna work because trees need some room to grow, and I'm not exactly sure how that works for these ones. Alright. Here's what I think I'm gonna do. We're gonna round it off a little bit right here. Get rid of this because that was how it's naturally formed. We're gonna round this like that. And then we're gonna go like so. We're gonna try and get some symmetry going here. And then this is where the balcony is gonna be. This may turn out extremely ugly. But I'm willing to take that risk. So right here, I'd like to have a window. I'm doing a bunch of planning as I go. I guess I'm not going to build the interior exactly. I'd like to have a small window right there. Sink. No, the sink wouldn't work there because then the window would get in the way. We're going to have a floor here, by the way. We're going to build up a floor. I don't know what it's going to be made out of yet, but it's going to be made out of something. We don't have cobblestone. How much cobblestone do we have? That's right, we have like none. Oh! Hey, there's our old farm. Which means our build is over there. Look at that. I was wondering about that because I saw the lava pit. So that's good. We actually have we have our cave right there. We have a farm. There's a lake. We might be able to get fish from that lake. This is a pretty good build spot if I do say so myself. Got a desert temple that's buried right there. Got a village. Got a portal over there. This is going to be an interesting area to build in. Now, since we don't have cobblestone, I'm going to have to work with what I have. So what do we have? Dirt. So we're going to have a we're going to have a cobblestone thing right there. A cobblestone chimney. We're going to have a chimney right there. And then we're going to have possibly a longer... I'm trying to think about how I want to do this, because I want there to be symmetry. But what if we do something like this? And then over here, I want there to be my little sleeping area. Now, how do I want the sleeping area? Well, I think I want a 3 area here, like that. I think we're just gonna have an end table with a bed over here. Now, how far we want to build out, that's another question. I think it's we're just gonna literally go like this. Whenever I build, I use a lot of logs, so be prepared for that agony. I'm both telling you that and myself. Now, how tall do we want to build this? I think I'm going to fill this up with dirt just so I have the flooring and I have a proper sense of where the floor is. Because I've already found myself thinking wrong a couple of times. It's also going to be hard to remember what each plan is when I have the same planning block for multiple different things. Alright, so here's our floor. So I want a window going to the floor here. Trying to decide how big I want my house. We're gonna need more logs, so we need to chop down some trees. You're gonna hear that a lot, probably. The thing about this is that I want there to be a good bit of light coming in, just because I just want to have a brighter area. I live in the dark a lot of the time, so I need some, I need some brightness in my life. Which is also why I didn't particularly want to be in the desert area, which is why I'm not in the desert area. I am next to the desert area. The only reason why I'm staying in the desert area is because it's really cool, the stuff that's around it. So, we may also take over the village, because we might end up building our... Because I'm trying to think about how I want to build our village, because I'm thinking about... Because obviously we need a trading area. We need a place to trade. Now, usually I build a custom village for that. But, I also... If I get a village nearby, I try and build off of it, and make sure that we have all the jobs that we need. Now, the unfortunate thing about that is that we have a village nearby, but it's a desert village. The desert vibe doesn't vibe with me. So, I'm sitting here thinking about how I want to do that. While I think that we are going to attempt to just go with it. Trying to actually, light up the area and everything is going to be difficult. I'm thinking that we may replace... It's hard to think about, because I don't know how to light things up without making it ugly no matter what. Because the only way I know how to mass light up an area is to put jack-o'-lanterns down or something like that, and then put carpets on top of it. But the carpets can stand out, especially in the desert. I don't think that there's a carpet that, vibe of the area. Even the color, I mean. That's what I meant to say, but I am horrible at thinking about what I want to say. So we now have more wood so we can get back to our build. Let's see what we can do. I want to keep this wall windowless because I want to have paintings up. At least I think I do. I want to have paintings and shelving units. Now, I actually don't particularly like having my bed in the corner like this, so I think that we're gonna switch it around like so. Alrighty. So we're gonna take this 21 logs and turn them into planks. So here's what we would have if we had a window. I don't know, it's just that there's the actual green over there. What if I do something like this? I can make that work. I think. Well, the rest of these windows aren't gonna have the logs. Usually I like to have the logs on the borders of the windows. Unfortunately, none of them have that. So, I need to weigh in. Looks like we're just gonna go like this, which might end up looking better anyway. Who knows? So luckily, getting sand might not be a pain, but unfortunately, I don't want to ruin the landscape around our area. So I'm not quite sure how I want to do that yet either. You may just want to go on the other side of the mountain and rip it up, but I don't know. We also have to dig this up a little bit, so we'll get some sand from that. So we have a lot of materials that we need to get. And that's going to do it for the end of episode 1. How do you F5? There we go. We're gonna do the typical YouTuber thing. Da 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 da. Ha 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 ha. Alright. So, leave a like if you enjoyed. F5 is hard to press. We are gonna, in the next episode, start to strip mine, and then, so that we can get cobblestone, and then we're gonna continue the build, hopefully. Yeah, see you next time.